Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. On time for once.
I know. Look at us go.
I'm very proud
It's
of
seven
myself.
o'clock on the dot.
We're so impressive.
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling happy. I felt productive today. Got a whole bunch of stuff done, and I'm keeping that ball rolling. But speaking of things that are rolling, we are going to be rolling dice tonight here on the channel. We're playing some Pathfinder 2e, the League of Amazing Adventurers. It's our Pathfinder 2e campaign. It's been going on for like 2 years now.
2.5, I think.
Yeah. It's been going on for a long time. This is episode... whatever I put the episode title of.
I think it's 117.
117. Oof.
Yeah, we're on
An awkward number.
117. Episode 117.
And we finally hit 300 followers. So
Yes.
that's exciting.
Yay!
Big
I just-
3-0.
Big 300.
Oh, this is actually perfect synchronicity in a way. I just realized we are going to have episode 118 right before my birthday, and 8 is my favorite number. So, hey,
Oh,
funny how that
nice.
worked.
We'll have a whole Garl episode.
Oh.
It's just girl killing things the entire
We'll-
episode and
we'll
laughing
do
We'll
about
have
it.
a whole combat-oriented episode just for you.
Garl.
2.5 straight hours of just combat.
First, at the start of the thing, Lord of Light eats Garl, but then Garl gets to mess up them from the inside and like punch their heart.
Are you telling me you want to be Vord for your birthday, Matthew?
I want to throw Will something.
I love how Matt tried
You want to feel something? Is that what you said?
Throw something for Will. Throw something to Will.
Throw Willabone.
Yeah, I love how
But you
Like,
said
you
I
know-
want to feel something, and I was like, and that's how you.
Like, your birthday and stuff, but you still buy a cake for your guests to eat.
Also, so other things on the channel. We got some new shows coming up. Here are those new shows. Number 1, we have on Fridays. It's the Astral Calling, the adventure that we have for Spelljammer. I write it. McKenna plays a ooze person. Matt plays a cat person.
Meow.
Maya plays a goblin person. Rose plays a bunny person. And Chad plays a bug person.
Are a
Also,
little larva.
Y'all send Chad some positive vibes because they've had a rough week.
Oh no.
Then we have on Saturday, Salt and Strategy. We're playing Civilization 6 with cults. Will, Matt, Chad, and Crystal Calf doing that all together.
Come see me possibly kill Gandhi.
Please don't kill
Maybe.
Gandhi. They're my one ally against Poland.
I want to drink his
You're
heart
fighting
blood.
Poland?
Yes. I'm fighting Poland in a culture.
Embarrassing.
I'm fighting Poland in a culture and religion war.
I'm about to go make Beowulf beat up Macedonia.
I'm trying to make them worship the old gods. Anyway,
Salad.
Good luck with that.
to be actually precise, the religion that I went with in this game was Desna. So I'm trying to convert the world to Desna. But for some reason, Matthew doesn't want to worship Desna.
Wow,
Hey,
Matthew.
I am an
Wow.
Orthodox Cult of Blood member, okay? I got the Vampire Secret Society, so I'm all about the blood.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is this game?
Oh, it's
I thought
Civilization.
y'all were playing like a digital version of like Settlers of Catan or something.
Oh, think of it as like a game of Risk, but they've added like so many things to the game that there's like secret
Modded
societies
Risk.
you can join, and like just there's a crazy stuff to it. It's great. Chad is not winning this time around, which is surprising, and yeah. Then Sunday we have Stardew Sunday. Keep an eye out. Stardew Sunday co-op is going to be starting soon at some point. That'll have myself, Aubrey, that's Twitch Obbles in the chat, Emily, and possibly Matt. Maybe Matt, if I can convince him to come on Saturday and Sundays.
We'll figure something out,
Aubrey
maybe.
really wants to play with you.
I mean, everyone wants to play with me, Will.
Oh, Matthew.
Oh, Matthew. Matthew's spicy tonight, y'all. But yeah,
Barely started my Guinness.
it could be Matt's first Stardew Valley experience. It's going to be a good time.
Aw.
Then, speaking of first experiences, on Monday we have the Strength 1000 AP, which is the first actual like adventure path that a number of people have played for Pathfinder 2e. And
It's also, I think, for Zoe and Sarah, their first Pathfinder game, period.
And my first AP I've ever run.
Aw. Just a world of firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a really fun time with that one. Then, of course, Wednesday, League of Amazing Adventures. By the way, just like a fun announcement, Zoe's joining this cast for the next campaign.
Yeah.
So we're going to have
Yeehaw.
Zoe, we're going to have Abby, we're going to have McKenna, we're going to have Cooper, we're going to have Matt, and maybe even Shy will come back. Who knows? I've invited Shy back. But yeah.
She's doing life right now.
Shy is doing life, which is...
We're very excited about that.
Yes. But yeah, speaking
excuse
of
me.
people that are happy and bring joy to my life, here are the other people in the show. We have, of course, as always, Abby of Abby's World's the Stage on social media, hanging out playing Cassandra/Corellia. And I think at this point in the campaign there won't be any more names discovered, so...
Yeah. Nah, that's it. I'm getting Froyo after this.
Oh.
Froyo in the...
Froyo and Noho?
Froho and Noho. Yeah,
I'm
there
sorry,
we go.
what?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to rescue you from what you were about to say because I could see it coming and I could see it wasn't going to be correct.
Well, I was going to say Soho, but I realized
it's not Soho.
Yeah. But do
It's
you know
the
what
other
else
hoe.
is? Do you know what
Popo.
else is not Ho? Matt.
We will have the authentic barbarian experience with me tonight because I did some spray painting in an unventilated space, so my brain has been damaged.
Oh,
I
Matt,
know
Valid.
that feel. I know that feel.
What were you spray painting, Matt?
I was spray painting a Warhammer 40k miniature. I needed to get that lovely lead belcher silver on it.
Oh,
Ooh,
fun.
nice.
Yes, Matt. You can see Matt's beautiful Warhammer work on my socials as I post the minis that he makes for my
Nice.
Age of Sigmar army. Because love the game, hate building the game.
Oh,
Such
we
an
are in
odd concept
different
to me.
camps.
Right?
I hate the game, but would love to build an army just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See, I like myself the tactical game. I hate building the things anyway. But
I
do
really
you-
should get into that because there's money in those commissions.
There is money in those commissions. Do you know what else there is money in? Art commissions that you can get from McKenna Ray Art on TikTok. The person responsible for the lovely character art that you see here on this channel, such as Nimbus, such as Garl, such as Cassandra, such as Lynx, such as Evie, such as Luna, such as Thrash, such as Darius this week, such
Yeah,
as
new Darius art.
Look forward to that.
Avi Avi, such as Igora, such as Ophelia, such as Charlotte, such as Aerith, such as, I forgot Shy's character in that campaign, such as Benji. You know what? Remembering almost every character that we have on the channel's name, I'm proud of myself for that.
But especially the animal
Impressive.
people. I could see
I've
McKenna.
been bullied into making furry art. I'm being held hostage. Please send
It wasn't that hard.
It wasn't.
But
I just
McKenna,
like approval from other people when it comes to my art, and sometimes that's what it takes.
McKenna, did you post a
We have yet to
TikTok
truly
before
test the
this?
limits.
I sure did, and I spent a long time editing it, so I hope
Ooh.
people like it. I think it's funny.
Well, I'm looking forward to
Who
watching
knows?
that after stream. So, with that, I think that's all of our announcements. Oh, other thing that I've been floating around chat. Fun new show that might happen. Because of our Saturday night league that we've done, we did a fantasy critic draft where we drafted different video games as if we were critics, and basically the highest score at the end of the year wins. I drafted a whole bunch of indie games that are coming out during this year. So, I might on Thursday play those games. My first one's coming out.
What are the qualifications to be considered?
for the stream?
For the games?
Oh, they're just the
Because I
ones-
will throw The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt in there.
They're just the ones that we drafted. So they're games that are coming out this year, Abby. And basically, we drafted them all, and whoever gets the most aggregate review points wins. You can counterpick people to see if you think their game is going to be bad. It's a very like intense process. Watch the stream. Chad does a much
It
better.
was such an intense stream, yeah.
Chad does a much better way of explaining it than I do. And if you do watch that stream, you'll get to hear Chad, Matt, and I give our thought. Well, no, Chad, Matt, and I give our thoughts about the Legend of Vox Machina, because 3 guys sitting on a Zoom call talking about a D&D show. That's 1 in a million right there.
Spoilers for season 2, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think that's all
Vox
of our
Machina.
announcements. Those are all like the shows that we have on the horizon, all of our regular shows, all of our character introductions. So let's roll that intro and then get right into the game. Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers, our party went to the Realm of Death to talk to the literal Grim Reaper to try to get the Essence of Death as well as Lucinda back. Being led there by Abigail, the orphan that Cassandra and Garl had adopted, they easily found their way to Death, who was, a little bit eccentric as they're Death and don't really get many living people to talk to. Offering the party a chance to play a game with Death in order to win their prize that they were looking for, the Essence of Death themselves. They did. And Death declared them the winners. And they were given exactly what they wanted. And everything ended up going really well. They killed Ragnathon. And now they were just kind of beginning a sort of slice of life.
Everything's good.
Everything's
Everything's
good.
fine.
Nothing is
Everything's
sus.
Fine and good and fine.
Everything is great. Everything is grand. They've got the whole wide world in the palm of their hands. Everything is perfect. It's fallen into place. They can't
We
seem to
definitely
wait.
do not suspect that there is a "this was all a dream" twist coming in about
Because we've already
An
done that,
hour and
I
a
think,
half.
once or twice.
Have we in this campaign? We've only done.
We've done it at least once.
We've done it once. But when we last left our heroes, Abigail had stormed off after her Sweet 16. It's a very tired Cooper. After their Sweet 16.
Cooper will be napping tonight. They had an 8-day week this week, so say hello.
This is day 7 of 8.
I thought this was day 8 of 8.
I wish.
7 of 8.
Oh fuck! So Cooper will not be joining us tonight unless you are
Snap time.
nap time.
Have a good night,
Pleasant
Cooper.
dreams.
We love you.
They love you.
I love you too.
He loves you too.
Aw.
Aw.
But
If you hear the faint sound of like a rumbling train / vacuum cleaner in the background, that is Cooper snoring.
it is very soothing.
And
I found
okay.
I found it very soothing when I was like sleeping on the couch when I was visiting y'all. But we had that Abigail Sweet 16. Whole bunch of stuff went wrong, including a
So
kid
many.
being outed as a lycanthrope. A whole bunch of
Yeah.
kids trying to play spin the bottle. Abby kind of messing with it. Nimbus.
I think it was me. I think it was mine. I think that was my B.
Yeah, it was.
Nimbus also messing with Abigail's night a little bit by messing with her plans to play Cupid with her friends. And then they tried to go on an adventure. Nimbus got in the way. Nimbus was promptly pushed out of the way by a bunch of teenagers.
We're just going to sail right past that.
And
Because if we don't, I'll bring up the shove mechanics that we didn't get to use.
Also, what level are these kids, honestly?
Honestly.
Abigail had stormed off. And as the party was winding down, there was no sight of her. And that's kind of where we left off. Y'all are all back together at that point, though. So
This is why the buddy system.
I tried the buddy system, Garl, and it did not work. She categorically did not want a buddy and worked very hard to make sure that she did not have one.
Well, obviously she's grounded.
Do you think she's coming back?
I don't know, dear.
Didn't even get to give her her birthday present.
Oh, what did you get her?
Well, I was hoping it would be a surprise. I'm gonna hang on to that just in case we do see her.
Of course. And Nim pulls you in for a nice hug.
Garl
Hope
puts
she's
her hands
safe.
on her temple and just goes, "Parental figure powers activate." Dang it, I was hoping that would work.
Do you want me to shoot her ascending?
Yes.
All right. I don't think she's gonna respond.
Tell her
But
we're
it's-
having cake, and if she doesn't come back right away, she's gonna miss the cake. That would work on me.
Yeah.
Tell her I still have her birthday present.
Your moms are worried. Cass has a surprise for you. What would you like me to tell them?
this sending has been sent to a automatic voice messaging system of
That's
Abigail-
not how sending fucking works.
Abigail Rockscar. Please leave a message at the tone.
Oh, so she took Garl's last name. Interesting.
Oh, well, I don't think Cassandra has one. I mean, she does now.
I mean, Queen.
Rockscar. So do I actually just leave a message?
I mean, she was just like replying to your sending with that, and there's visible snark in the sending response.
Oh my, we get some hero
Also,
points
hi,
flying in the
Chad.
chat.
Oh, thank you, Chad.
You.
Tim just kind of looks back to Garl and Cassandra and says, "She's giving me attitude."
Attitude's good. Attitude's good. That means she's alright.
I mean, that's true, I
Yes,
suppose.
that's true. Means she's alive at least. I guess I could do a discern locations on her to see where she went.
Sure.
Probably be the fastest way to do this. Yeah, okay, 10 minutes, discern locations. What does that get me?
So does discern location show you where she is, or does it just give you a general? Can you put it in chat so I can tell you?
It gives me the exact location.
Yes, but do you
I
see it,
believe-
or is it just like a? You learn
It
the
just-
Let me just check.
You know what?
I learned
You
the
learn the
location.
name of the target's exact
You
location.
know what, Nimbus? We're
And
gonna have
plane
some
of
fun with
existence.
this. I'm going to give Nimbus a little bit of a vision for this one.
Okay.
Because you'll be able to understand this. So, you see Salagoza,
Huh.
and then it kind of zooms in to the back of Castle Salagoza. That now is just like a normal click face because all the statues that were like petrified to make that like crazy art piece that was really disturbing are all gone.
Of course.
But now it's just like a regular cliff face, and it looks like there's been like some scaffold set up to like create like a stairway up the back of it, and very cool stuff. And you see like a number of youths hanging out at the top of that stairwell. They got a whole bunch of, some of them got some like leather jackets on. They have like these strange devices that look like they have like skateboards and bikes. And there's like metal barrels that have fires in them,
Uh-huh.
and it's basically
Obviously,
like
a barbarian tribe.
It's like a Salagoza college kegger, basically.
Oh boy.
He is just 16. Come
Yes.
on.
There's like there's a whole bunch of like scholars and like frat boys from the Salagoza College that are all like hanging out up there with like a whole bunch of people. It's like a big college party, and Abigail is just like slinking into it, and she seems to be like, she grabs like a cup of something, and she seems to be enjoying herself.
Mm.
Since this is a vision and you've given me this boon, DM,
Yeah.
um, is Lavania there? Did she go to meet an old friend, perhaps?
Lavania is not there, but she does appear to be looking through the crowd for somebody.
Wait, hold on. This is a higher education kind of thing. Maybe Chip's nearby, and he has a rifle.
Well, I'll ask that. Do I recognize anyone else in the crowd?
You actually do recognize a couple of people. There is someone that Nim is very familiar with, kind of in a Letterman jacket. Herself is a very large creature, Opie, who has begun their college education.
Good for her, getting a higher education. I'm so proud.
Specifically, Opie is at the top of like this like rickety scaffolding, with one of these on a bike, and there's a person on a skateboard beside her, and then there's someone who like shoots off a prestidigitation flare, and the two of them start racing down this rackety scaffolding.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good news, Garl, Cassandra. I know where she is. I wouldn't say that she's in the safest place in the world, but I do think, that she's in relatively good hands. She's at a bit of a party down in Salagoza. Opie is there, so I think I am going to shoot her ascending, say, hey, keep an eye out for our girl. And just, honestly, I think I might just let her have this one. At least that's what I would do.
Nim,
Yes.
are there boys at this party?
I mean, there are all sorts of people. I don't know exactly how they identify.
Are there male presenting people at this party?
Yes.
Is there alcohol at this party?
I mean, there was something in that red cup. I can only assume.
I'm not sure this is good news. I mean, it could
She
be
looked
worse.
awfully grim when she left, and honestly, I don't know. I was a little bit worried that this was some sort of last. I don't know. I don't know. I just got a weird vibe from her. I didn't get the vibe that she was going to some college party to go, I don't know, get blackout drunk. It just, I'm kind of a little
I hope
relieved
she doesn't
that
even know that term.
I'm sure she doesn't.
Gwen just kind of like takes her sister and starts walking away slowly.
Gwen,
Yes.
she hasn't told you anything about anything Abigail might have been planning, has she?
Looks down at her sister. Sister just looks back. Abigail really doesn't share plans with us. Something about like the less people to know, the less likely information's to leak, she says.
Perception check.
Yeah, if she's lying, make a lie to me check.
She is not lying to you.
Okay.
That is truthfully a thing. As much of that as Abigail is our friend, she's very like secretive.
Yeah.
I don't know why though.
Then this girl is useless to us.
You know, Abigail has a lot of responsibilities, and I'm sure she sees that as her cross to bear and not something she wants to burden her friends with.
Well, I mean, she talks about it a fair amount. Like let's be honest. Like she's like, and I apologize in advance because like I know what I'm about to say could be very scary for you all to hear. But essentially, she's your legacy.
Right.
And
I
you're
don't
the
like
people who saved the world. I think she's just trying to live up to that, you know?
I was
Like
afraid
you
would
literally
say that.
saved the world 3 times as young adults, and
Not as young as she was.
I know, but like, there's a certain amount of like we should be better than our elders at things. Like we should be better. We should learn.
Mild point of order. I know she looks amazing, but Cassandra is actually, I think, quite the
A good 300 at least.
and we don't even know how old I am. It's
I-
rather
I-
unclear
I-
and confusing.
I know, but she compares herself to you all as a whole, and I mean, look at Nim.
What? What's wrong?
She's a badass.
I'm
And like
what?
that's a lot to live up to.
No, I'm not. I'm just a. I don't know about that.
Oh my god, no, that is not at all. Like Gwen is constantly raving about how amazing, and then Gwen just like.
No,
And-
Gwendolyn, let her speak. Let her speak.
I think it's fine. I think she's had a bit too much. I'm going to take her back home and help her get into bed.
Right.
And
Well, just one more thing before you go. Maybe Abigail hasn't internalized this yet, but I hope you at least know that we didn't fight so that you all would have to fight harder. I think at least I wanted to leave the world a better place for the people who came after me.
I mean,
Not
I
worse.
have no intention of ever fighting. I want to go into fashion. I'm going to. I'm already have an internship lined up with Ascendancy next season. I'm set.
I love that for you. Just a cheeky little bit of nepotism, but who's counting?
I had a whole portfolio. I worked very hard for this.
I'm
I
sure.
put it under a
very
different
proud of
name
you.
so there wouldn't be nepotism. It's fine.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
I wanted to earn this. I didn't want my family name to be what got me into the thing. Unlike some people, I wanted to see where I could get myself.
Who was that directed at?
A little bit like Gwen.
Gwendolyn did the same thing. You do realize that, yes?
Yes, but she did it as a vigilante, not as like a helpful member of society.
What is Gwendolyn's reaction?
Oh,
to
Gwen's
that?
just pulling her away now.
Nim kind of cracks up because she remembers the comment that she made way back in like episode single digits,
Oh boy.
where Gwendolyn asked her what she thought of the Scarlet Knight, and Nim said that Nim made a comment that was like not particularly flattering, not particularly disparaging either, but just that she thought her methods were a little bit unnecessary. So
In
I
Gwen's
think
chat.
Nim finds this very funny.
Yes.
Then I imagine Gwendolyn replying, "Yes, I don't like them either, but they certainly sound attractive."
No, they just work, Carl. They work very well when they work.
Yes. But you two get home safely. I think perhaps maybe we'll do some scrying on young Abigail, making sure that she's not getting herself into too much trouble. Yes?
Maybe. I'm tempted just to let her do her thing. I mean, Garl, you and I mean, if you weren't frozen for years and I wasn't locked in a tower for the first 100, I can't imagine the kind of mischief we would have gotten up to in our youth. Kind of don't want her to miss out on that by being locked up by us.
Well, if you think it's best, I know I can come off a little overbearing at times, and my often answer to most things is to, break things, and I know that doesn't work with kids. So
It's just because you care. And she knows that.
I only have so many outlets for my emotions. And I don't have my
What
whittling
happened to our
knife.
therapy appointment?
I,
Cassandra's getting her way in this world. What happened to our family therapy appointment?
I mean,
But
did it-
Garl is also getting her way in this world, so
there was a mysterious fire where no one was hurt, but all the notes went up.
Yeah.
I still might stay up and wait for her on the
Oh, definitely.
couch.
yeah.
Do you,
Especially because I really want to give her her present.
That party.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do. Raising kids is complicated.
It is.
Do I still have the flask I confiscated, or
yeah.
just empty that?
It's not that it's not even that strong. It's been like heavily watered down.
I'll just
I don't think it's
finish,
much better
pull
than
the
that.
thing off.
Yeah.
I'll have to teach her about proper ales too.
Yeah.
I think it's about time we went home.
I had a fun plan that if they weren't going to do this party, we were just gonna. It was going to be a fun little thing. We would tell Abby that we were just going to go out to like a pub. She was going to get to have her first drink, and it just was going to seem like it was just the three of us to start off, and then slowly, just coincidentally, her friends and people who knew would just show up at the bar, and it would just be at first, oh, it's just a fun coincidence, and then a few more would show up, and eventually she'd catch on to it was a plan.
Aw.
This is
Oh,
something
it
my
did
parents
so
did to
much
me
fun.
once.
Aw.
Yeah, it was very cute.
That's sweet. Um, maybe I'll just do one cheeky little scrying. But she probably won't even let me do it. I'm sure her ability to make saves for that kind of thing is very good, or whatever the roleplay equivalent of the mechanics I just referenced is.
Are you going to scry?
You know what? I'll give it a shot. She can't be any more angry at me than she already is. I mean, she can, but probably not for doing the same thing that I've been doing this whole time. Yeah, I'll do a cheeky little scrying. I believe she needs to make a will save.
She will fail it.
Purposefully.
Voluntarily,
Yes,
or
voluntarily.
Okay. Well, I can sustain this for 10 minutes. So
you
what am I
see-
seeing?
You see Abigail on her scythe at the top of the rickety scaffold.
oh boy, she's doing
Oh boy.
She then, as like the person like lights it up, the other one who's on just like a regular skateboard starts going down really quickly. She waits for a couple seconds. She looks directly at the scrying sensor, flips you off, takes like the cup she has in hand, downs it, throws it over the edge of the cliff, littering into the ocean,
Hey! Littering!
and then proceeds to start going down this rickety scaffold, like floating on her
Oh
scythe,
boy.
and catching up to this person on a skateboard. And like the two of them are going through like this like weaving scaffold and just like moving through metal bars, going down like wooden ramps, and it is a sight to see, like absolutely terrifying if you were watching this from like a perspective. Like these kids are going like 60-70 miles per hour down this thing.
Jesus.
And like at one point it looks like she's going to like shoot like right off the side, but she just grabs a metal bar and like flings herself sideways, and like the scythe comes like super close to the other kid's head. There's just like a little bit of a shaving cut on them, and then
Oh boy.
it just keeps going. Like two of them keep racing and racing and racing and racing, and then as they're getting towards the end, the kid behind her pulls out what appears to be some sort of like alchemical item
Oh, uh-oh.
and throws it behind her scythe.
Uh-huh.
Do you get sound with it, or do you only get sight?
Oh, it might just be sight.
If you only get sight, you can read lips, right?
I can.
You get a you read it saying that you read the other kid's lips saying no one beats the alchemist, and some alchemical explosions pop up behind her scythe, and it basically like T-bones her.
Oh
And
shit.
she goes flying, and she's like halfway down. She's like halfway down this massive cliff, and she's just flying through the air, heading down towards the water, and then they hit the water.
Is she okay?
And then there's bubbles.
Well, it's still following her. Does she look like she's unconscious?
She looks like she is under the water.
I should be able to follow her.
It's just the water. And like you
The
see
eye
her,
should be
you
able to
see
follow
like the top
her.
of her head bobbing out of it.
Uh-huh.
You just see her floating there.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong, Nim?
Abby just did possibly the sickest kickflip of all time directly into the ocean. I think I'm going to go get, hold on. I'm gonna open a door to the castle.
Okay.
Swan dive out the side of it.
As you open the door to the castle, like you step through it, a bunch of like the young kids are like, oh, it's the cops, and they all start scattering.
Am I still seeing her dark little head of hair bobbing in the water?
It looks like she has been collected by like a group of people off on the shore.
All right, I'm gonna fly down there.
She's just lying there. There's like these like three guys just like sitting there. It's like, oh, the alchemist is an
she-
asshole.
Conscious?
No, completely unconscious. They're
Is
just
she
kinda
breathing?
Make me a medicine check.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm not great at medicine.
Gets a 42.
In fairness, that was an 18 die face.
Yeah. She's
Oh,
she is breathing. It's very shallow, and these three guys are just kind of standing. It's like, she'll be okay, eh? Yeah, get her in a ready position. Yeah, ma'am, we're just going to, and they just kind of like
Ready
start,
for what exactly?
well, to vomit.
You know what? I'm just gonna pick
Because
her up
you take
and
her
take
hair
her
and
home.
you make sure they're on their side so they don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sort of her aunt. I'm gonna go take her home to her mom's, and we're gonna fix her up.
Is trafficking still a thing here?
Gods, I hope not. I was the one who stopped it.
No, they dealt with that. All right, this is probably safe then, eh? Yeah, this is probably fine. If it's
All
not,
right.
we'll read about it in the papers tomorrow. Yeah, fair enough. Have a good night, and the three of them start heading off.
Good friends, good friends. All right. I'm just going to give her a pickup. I will try to do it with my bear strength, and if I cannot, I will cast a spell to help.
You can get her up.
Much of this
All
could be
right.
solved by bringing Garl with you.
That's true. I think Nim panicked. Yeah, I will door her right back to.
All of her makeup's like running down her face,
I prestidigitate
and
her.
it's just like she looks like a mess.
Oh, Abby. I go right back to friends, to her mom's.
Because I'm
She's-
just like breathing into a paper bag.
Do you want to get her home?
Yes. I will take her from you and carry her
Oh,
very
thank you.
carefully.
Oh my god, she is so wayfish, but also I have such little arms.
I mean, we do feed her pretty well.
Yes, you do. You're a good mom, Carl.
Garl starts tearing up. I'm just gonna take her home now, if that's okay.
I'm gonna come with you just in case you need, I don't know, extra healing spells or something. I'm a little bit worried about her. She may be concussed.
Garl's going to do a medicine check.
Let's get her home first and behind like
34. Well, I'm doing like
doors.
a visual
It's
assessment.
weird. There's chemical burns on the back of her legs.
So how does people feel about, well, not infanticide because it's not a baby, but about, killing a youth?
Oh,
We've done
fuck.
that before, right?
What happened to her scythe?
It's gone.
I mean, she can summon it from like
I
the
think
air
she
or
can just
so.
summon it from like the ether,
Yeah.
Yeah. She has powers as the plot demands it. It's fine.
No, it's actually a sorcerer ability you can get.
but interesting.
Sorcerer. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get her home, sort of laid up on the couch, maybe.
Have we been
Um,
sending her to sorcerer classes?
She's been
Kind of.
strictly going to bard classes.
Oh, I don't know if I approve of that, but you know,
I love that for her.
There's this like really great
I
girl
have no daughter.
There's this like really great girl that she's friends with in her class named Emily. It's great. Anyway.
I'll tuck her in with her favorite like childhood stuffy.
It's probably like something with skulls. It's something you'd get at Hot Topic.
Little skull
Cute,
rabbit.
but you know, spooky.
Romy.
Yeah. Like a
She's
little
a
skull.
Columbus
It's
thing.
like a little skull rabbit, but it's like a gelatinous cube type of thing. So it's like a ooze rabbit. It's very cute.
You just know I went and made sure we got the like limited edition gelatinous cube Funko Pop for her.
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely.
That's really hard to find.
I have a friend who has a couple. He has like 2 or 3.
A couple.
Yeah.
In this economy?
Well, he bought a few when they were like available at retail.
Fair
Mm.
enough.
Because he had a feeling.
Smart guy. But yeah. Are you
Garl
going to
is.
try to wake Abigail up, or are you just kind of going to let her be unconscious?
We're gonna let her. I'm gonna do like I do my medical assessment to make sure it's not like an actual concussion or something, because I don't think you're supposed to let people with concussions fall asleep.
No.
Oh, she did hit the water pretty hard.
Definitely
Well-
like fix up her chemical burns, all that.
Garl will use the same medicine thing. I'll just use a assured medicine of like 34.
Mhm.
Oh, did I actually just roll? I rolled exactly what I would. No. It's actually. Oh, no, it would be 34 medicine to heal up any sort of injuries she's gotten from this. And I will stay in her room for the night just to make sure if she wakes up if she needs anything. But I'll just like sit there in the dark, which would be creepy if I wasn't her, parental figure. Because I have true sight. I can just see everything. How do I sleep?
I will
Through my own eyelids?
I will throw regenerate her way, just a flat regenerate to fix anything.
No, you'll
that's
grow
fucked
the
up.
tail she used to have that we had removed.
Keep in mind, she came to you as like a 10-year-old, so you would have just.
I'm joking.
I'll make her like some soup or something just in case.
It's around like 3 in the morning when she starts to like kind of wake up, and there's like some stirring, and then she just like kind of sits up. She like pats where she's at, and then she just kind of like sits up in her bed,
I put my whittling away.
looks at Garl, looks at the door. Fuck.
I mean, you're not, face down in a lake. I'd say it's slightly improvement from where you last saw I found yourself.
Hearing you say that, she says again.
I mean, I would say something about the language, but I am exactly the wrong person to bring that up. So I think your mom has made you some soup, or if you're in the mood for some breakfast, there's probably.
I'm good. And she just kind of stands up and like goes to the door, opens it.
There's water on the bedside table,
Leaves Garl in the dark.
like so much of my life.
Cassandra's still fiddling around downstairs.
You hear movement upstairs, and you just kind of hear like the bathroom door close, and you hear like a shower start to run.
Cassandra will like do a little like knock knock on the door and slide in some warm towels.
Oh, the door's locked.
They'll slide them under the door, like stuff them, stuff.
You stuff some towels under the door.
Warm towels.
You stuff some warm towers under the door. Water's
Towers?
just running.
She's so not fucking in there. She is so not fucking in that bathroom.
Probably not.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this child.
Jesus Christ.
We've
what
turned
a
it.
menace.
The game has become this weird domestic simulator, and I am very lost. I would have made a different character if I knew we were playing, Sims in PF2.
Cassandra, like after a while, she'll like knock on the door again and say, Abigail, are you all right?
Water running.
Abigail, please just make a thumping sound if you're in there. You don't have to talk to me. It's all right.
Water running.
Oh, you're not in there, are you? All right, you have 5 seconds to scream before I come in there to double check to see if you're actually in there. All right, I'm coming in. Jimmy's the lock open.
Garl has kind of gone into the hallway at this point.
The door, as you try to push open, it gets caught on some like towels or something that were pushed under it.
Fair,
Garl, just
fair.
one hand pushes it open.
Make me an athletics check.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you.
yeah, you.
52.
That
Just-
door's
Do I take the
demolished.
door off the
You
hinges?
don't take the door off the hinges, but you get it open.
Oh, I would think. 52! I'm a level 20 Pathfinder character. I am practically a demigod.
Oh, careful with that
Practically.
one.
Practically.
Cassandra's like still like have like that. She's like, we're just. I know you value your privacy. We're all about privacy in this house, but I just need to make sure you're not concussed and dead on the bathroom floor.
Her clothes are laid out on the ground of the bathroom floor, but she's nowhere in there.
Where the fuck did she go?
What is happening?
Also, I don't know if I'm still there. I will refer to Garl and Cassandra as to whether or not they thought they needed an extra hand.
I would have invited you to like stay and just chill if you wanted to.
Unless you want to go home to your girls.
I would love to, but I am a little bit concerned about my niece, question mark.
Yeah. So I'm going to go downstairs and probably wake up Nim, because who knows how long it's been. She's probably been napping.
Probably not enough for a long rest.
Probably not. Nim, Abigail has disappeared in the bathroom.
She knows there's a water shortage going on. Why would she do this?
Also concerned she like polymorphed into something and swam down the toilet. I don't know. It's a new invention. I don't know how it works.
I'll shoot her another sending and just say,
Also, she may be naked.
are you trying to give your moms a heart attack? Can you please just let us know you're okay?
No response.
Oh, shit. Like, no response?
Like the spell goes through, but she does not send a reply.
Oh, I don't know what has gotten into her tonight. She is being a pill.
Cassandra's just pacing back and forth. She's like, I don't know what to do. There's nothing in the parenting books about this. Do I give her space or do I need to confront her and be, a parent to parenting? But she's at that age where she needs to kind of discover herself, discover her own way, but at what cost? What's the danger?
I can discern her location again, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that again tonight. So
I think she needs to
guess
discover being confined to her room for a few days.
the next time I find her, do not let her out of your sight. We can take watch if you need to, but goodness gracious, how do you ground the, I don't know, incarnation of death themselves? All right, let's hit her with one more discern location. What am I seeing?
You are seeing a very familiar sight, a large old house that looks to be abandoned in the middle of the jungles of Izzle.
Our old
House get
headquarters.
nuked into fucking oblivion?
It did. A whole bunch of people restored it as like a, hey, this is like a historical site. This is where the resistance started.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, well,
There's like a museum, like each of the rooms has like little plaques in it. On one of the doors it says doorway that led Nimbus and Alessandra to being together.
ew, that's so weird, but also kind of cute.
Alessandra's the one who put the plaque up.
It's probably Cassandra is the one who put the plaque
Ding, ding, ding. What? Huh?
up.
And
Do
you
I see anything
her,
else?
You see her sitting there in basically like a study room, and there is another woman standing with her there.
A woman I recognize?
A woman that Nimbus recognizes very well.
Uh-oh.
Is it the Baba Yaga?
It is Nimbus's mother.
Oh, like daughter, like mother.
Or something like that. Jesus Christ.
No, I mean going after Nim's mom.
Yeah.
Have the years been kind to Nim's mom? I'm curious.
Probably.
Like a fine wine.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh.
Cassandra, you know that discussion we had at one point?
Oh, I remember it very clearly.
Technically, she is related to you, Cassandra.
Yeah. Not technically, just actually.
But not to
in
Garl.
every respect.
Yeah.
I mean, the divorce has gone through now that
Shut up.
Ragnfon's dead. So.
Shut up. Okay.
And what is
I'm-
marriage, really?
I am going to shoot
Marriage.
ascending to my mother and just say,
Restrain the child, send her home.
can you keep her safe until she decides to come home? Her moms are very worried.
You just get a reply. She called me here. Topics of discussion are quite troublesome in my mind. Why is she asking how to curse people? And that's all you get.
Ah. The alchemist shall suffer.
Okay, the good news is that she is with a mostly responsible adult. My mother. The bad news is she's trying to learn how to curse someone. I'm kind of inclined to let her stay there for the night at least. At least we know that she's with an adult and not, drowning.
True. All right. Well, we'll let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I'm going to send my mom one last sending, and say, please send us updates periodically, and try not to let her get into too much trouble, and let us know if she absconds elsewhere.
Will do.
Okay. Maybe let's turn in
I-
tonight.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to get as much sleep as possible, considering everything.
I will sit here in this corner and stew.
Garl, that's not going to help anyone.
It'll make me feel better.
You do make a delicious stew.
Damn it, now I want stew. Garl goes out to find like a wild boar or something.
All right.
You
I
find a
will go
boar in the
home.
woods, Garl. It looks at you. It has
And I look at it.
It has sparkling
It looks
eyes
at
in
me.
the moonlight. And it just looks
You're gonna be
so-
delicious.
It just looks so innocent.
I make it quick.
Mm.
Matt, the vegetarian, murders this cute boar. So I'm playing a role-playing game. I can do things in this game I can't do in real
you
life.
can be a vicious carnivore.
High
Um,
key, one of my friends who I played D&D with is vegan, and part of his character, like later down the line, like his kid ended up being vegan. He's like, this pussy ass kid.
That's so funny.
That's great. Then you guys get a full night's rest. The next morning, Nimbus, you get a sending from your mother.
Uh-oh.
Hope you have some magic back. Abigail's absconded.
Any idea where or for what purpose?
She summoned a scythe and walked through a portal.
Was there any indication as to what she was planning on doing, if not where she was planning on doing it?
No idea.
Great. I go back to Cassandra and Garl's place. Is this the game? Is
Yeah, Nim just like walks through the front door. She doesn't even knock. She just like, maybe this is the game. Maybe this is the game that Death put us up to. Maybe all of this is just fake. It's all felt a little funny. And the game is trying to figure out Abigail's fuckery because she is now Death. And now that's the game. It's like probably what, like 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Like
I
maybe just
mean,
long enough for a long rest.
I've had
Cassandra's
my
like curled up in the bottom corner of Abigail's bed waiting for her. Just
Aw.
like asleep with her birthday present wrapped in her arm.
Oh.
Garl is probably wearing like just like a tank top and some shorts making stew in the kitchen.
Oh.
I cook when I am worried.
Nim posts up in the kitchen. Oh, good morning, girl. Just immediately
Does this need
sets
more
about.
salt?
Mm. Ooh, no, that's perfect. That's excellent, Carl. Thank you.
He adds a little more salt. I love salt.
It is so good.
MSG.
Huh?
Adds MSG.
Yes, perfect. I'm gonna set about it is a 10-minute casting time. For discern location again.
You see a basement. And you see a young lad tied to a chair.
Valid.
Where is this basement?
It is the basement of Desna's Hope Orphanage.
Does the chair have a bottom? Does she have a large thing of rope tied into a knot?
It's just like a wooden chair that the guy is just tied to. Arms behind his back. No, Matthew. No.
Casino Royale.
Okay, the good news is she's at Desna's Hope Orphanage. The bad news is she's possibly she's waterboarding the alchemist.
Excellent. I love my daughter.
Carlos
Do
taught her
you
well.
want me to stop her?
Why?
Because she's about to torture somebody?
I mean, he
Okay.
attempted to murder her.
Okay, okay. I don't think I can allow her to do this, especially if...
You have walked into an interesting dynamic in the Rockstar whole household.
His first war crime.
Okay,
Oh, God,
okay,
man.
I am happy
it
that
runs
you are
in the
happy about
adopted
this
blood.
development for her, but if she causes fear and despair on sanctified ground, Desna's Hope, that's not going to end well for her. She is going to piss off a goddess if
Is
she
it
does
actually
this.
Sanctified? Or is it just a name?
It is an orphanage in her name, so yes. I'm going to go. You could come with me if you would like. I would love the help handling this unruly teenager about to commit blasphemy. Probably actively committing blasphemy already.
Oh, right. I don't want
Okay.
brunch to be awkward.
Cassandra does hand Garl a Polaroid camera, though. She's like, if you could just get a picture, just for her to remember. First
Girl
war
points
crime.
the camera at herself, not understanding how to work it, and
Just
actually
come with us,
flash.
Cassandra.
Ah!
Oh, I want to keep that one.
Open the door right into the fucking basement
Damn.
because we've been there before.
You see this unconscious guy kind of squirming as if he's caught in some sort of nightmare.
Ah.
She nightmare cursed him.
And Abigail's just kind of standing there, staring at
Abigail
him,
Rockscar.
looks at you, glares at you, Nimbus, cuts little thing, runs through.
I haste and run after her at a speed that she can't match because I'm hasted.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Garl, do you want to make it through the portal with her?
Yes.
Okay. So Garl makes it through the portal with Abigail, but Nimbus and Cassandra, you two are in the basement as it closes.
Oh, I stayed at the house.
Have some stew.
Thanks, honey.
It has the
I-
salt amount you like.
I need to deal with this fucking kid that she just, I mean, listen, spreading fear and despair, that's, an arguable anathema. Casting a nightmare curse is a very specific anathema, and that's what she has just done on Desmond Soil, essentially. She's fucked. I need to find a way to get this kid out of this nightmare.
You can certainly attempt to
I mean, there's one way to get him out of the nightmare.
wake him up.
Yeah. What do I need to do that?
It's a single action to shake someone awake.
I will give it a shot.
Breeze wakes up, cold sweat, also tied to a chair. What the hell?
Good morning. I'm so sorry. You have pissed off a very dangerous young lady. Yeah, let me untie you.
Try not to be an attempting murdering asshole next time, maybe.
You
What?
do
Who said
realize
that?
you could have killed her, yes?
I mean, we all signed waivers.
That's no excuse for poor sportsmanship.
I was.
And she's a minor.
It
It's
is-
not legally
with-
binding
it's
for
with-
her.
It's within.
true.
It's within the rules.
Killing someone is within the rules?
No, using alchemical items to disrupt their ride.
Therefore,
Who
killing her.
organized this event? No
That's a
reasonable
good
person
question.
would agree to
Who
that.
is in charge of this event?
If it's Opie, I swear.
And
I
if he
mean-
says something like Skids the Ripper, I'm maybe tying him back to the chair.
You haven't untied him yet.
I mean, it's just something that, like, the youth of Salagosa does. There's like this group of goblins that does it. They said that
How old are you?
They died once and they got
How old are you?
resurrected.
This guy talks
How
like
old
a
are
cop.
you?
The youth of Salagosa.
Me?
Yes, you.
They fail to lie to you. 17,
Liar. How old are you?
18, still lying.
So you're 15?
28.
He's 28? That's the truth?
Ooh. What's his skincare regime?
He's just a sad, sad man.
I backhand him.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck do you think you are doing messing around with fucking teenagers, man?
That
was-
waivers.
It was
And,
a
like,
college
freshly
thing. People are
16.
like 18 there.
Okay, and you're 28, you fucking weirdo. What's wrong with you? Why can't you date people your own age?
I wasn't dating anyone. I was going to go
But you're
and
partying
skate.
with them?
I was going
That's
to
kind of the don't
I was
think
trying
that
to
I'm too
skateboard
square
recklessly.
to know what happens at these kinds of parties. I used to go to them too, and sometimes I still do with other 28-year-olds.
Yeah, but they don't have like death skating there. Come on.
For all you know, you don't know what kind of parties I go
Maybe
to.
that's
This,
for a reason.
we've deviated from the point, I think.
Regardless, why do you do this? Why would you intentionally knock a 16-year-old girl, freshly 16, by the way, barely 16, like as in yesterday was her birthday?
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh fuck!
Backhand
Oh
him
my
again.
Uh,
Backhand him again.
I backhand him again.
Yes. Ghostly girl at your shoulder. Yes.
Carl left her trauma mental behind to oversee.
Just whispering in your ear, horrible, like echoey whispers. Now take his fingernails off.
Okay, that's a step too far.
Trauma mental.
What would it take for you to just play a good, clean game of skateboarding without trying to actually murder children?
I mean, to be fair, like the alchemical weapons are kind of my shtick.
They're shitty shtick.
I know
That's
it's
all I
it's
have to say
kind of
about
it's like
that.
my calling card. You know how like some wrestlers have like a certain like theme music they come into. It's sort of like my it's my thing. Alchemical
You're pathetic.
alchemical
This
bomb.
thing has gotten you in a sticky
You're
situation.
pathetic.
Still tied to
Um,
the chair. It's like, can you just untie me?
I don't know. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't.
I mean, are you not capable of that?
maybe. Who knows? Not Nimbus, because Nim has actually no knowledge of like knot tying. And doesn't have any like daggers or scissors on her per se. 20th level character may be confounded by these fucking knots. So far, you really haven't answered any of my questions.
I mean, I literally, I just went there to skateboard. It was a competition. I tried to win. It was fine.
What will I have to do to convince you not to try to murder people anymore?
It wasn't attempted murder. It was all within the rules of the competition.
Manslaughter, then.
Okay, a competition that is still outside the confines of the law.
Yeah,
I am
but that's what
fairly
makes it
well
fun.
versed with Saragossa law,
That's
and I know that what you are doing is not appropriate.
I mean, it's not like I'm organizing it. I'm just participating in it.
All right, cool. I am going to keep him tied to the chair, open like use a key directly to the Saragossa police station, and just drag him, chair and all, directly into the police station.
Just sits in the middle of all the guards are just like, the fuck?
This is the Alchemist.
Wanted in 12
Potential
states.
child murderer, and participant in this psychotic skateboarding cabal.
Loaded language, but okay.
Upon
such a nim way of
you
putting it,
saying
though.
that name, all of them basically jump on the guy, and like one of them just kind of like says, "Oh, we've been looking for this guy for weeks. Do you know how many young teenagers this guy has killed?
You're fucking pathetic, and I
Like,
hope you rot.
He's gotten 14 kids killed doing their dangerous stunts. There's a bounty here," and they just kind of hand you a bag of gold.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. I hope you rot in prison for the rest of your life, you sack of shit. Goodbye.
You'll never catch
How much
me.
money? How much gold do I get?
That's like 200 gold.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You'll
That's all
never
he's
catch
worth.
the alchemist.
You're already caught and tied to a chair, you fucking numbskull. Nimbus has sworn more in this episode than she has possibly the entire campaign.
Yeah.
She just really doesn't like this guy. I'm gonna go back and pray over Desna's Hobo Orphanage. But probably we should figure out what Garl is doing with Abby.
Carl,
Yes,
you and Abby appear in a large stone circle. Just in the middle of the field somewhere. Just the two of you. You've grabbed onto her. She's like, "Get off of me, Carl, my..."
I didn't grab her.
Oh, then just opposite sides of the field at this point then.
Well, I'm doing my best to stay closer in case I do need to grab her, but I haven't done that yet because that is somewhat aggressive. But I just want to talk. This has been a crazy half a day, so
Carl, what do you want?
I mean, to start with, I'd like to know what you want.
Just to be left alone for 15 minutes.
I mean, you could have done that at home.
That kind of defeats the purpose.
I don't quite understand that. I don't quite understand a lot of what has happened recently, but I would like to. And, talking is a free action, as the kids say.
Is that what the kids say?
Apparently.
Garl has no idea what the kids say.
Oh, you shouldn't be spending so much time on me, Garl.
I believe that is entirely my choice to make.
And she kind of looks at you, in her eyes you see them not the normal silver that they were before, but they're completely black at this point. I know, but you don't have all the information.
I mean, that's a solvable problem.
Garl, go spend as much time with Cass as you can.
I am more than happy to do that sort of thing, but this family unit is 3 now. So, you are a part of that equation, so to speak. Where am I getting these words?
Do I still have her birthday present?
Your mom still has a birthday present for you, and I still wanted to offer a free ticket to some cool birthday activity of your choice. So, we're not mad at you or anything.
I
The
know,
evening
I
did get
don't-
out of hand.
I can't be around you two anymore.
I mean, that sounds like something that needs a further explanation.
Make me
I know I'm not the smartest knife in the arsenal, But
Make me a perception check.
all right. I do have true sight all the time, so
Her eyes are locked not on you, Garl, but just above your head. And then, if you remember from your time speaking with the Grim Reaper, there is a date above everyone's head.
I mean, Garl has been living with the concept of imminent mortality for before we even got into this weird simulation, so to speak. So I I have I have chosen my path, Abby, and
Okay, but
you are.
what if I don't want to?
What would be the alternative?
Don't know. And she starts like crying.
Garl is going to slowly approach
No,
and just sit
don't.
down on the ground, sit on the ground next to her. Like I'm not even sitting like looking at her necessarily. I'm sitting down next to her and just sort of looking off into the mid distance.
I don't want to be left alone. Not again.
I mean, this may
I
seem
figured
obvious.
I figured if I left, it'd be my choice that way. Something I could live with.
Well, that does seem like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't want to be alone, but you make yourself alone by leaving.
I don't want to kill you.
I mean, you are welcome to try, sweetie. Scarier things than you have tried.
Hey, Garl.
Yeah?
Roll initiative.
Ooh. All right, all right.
Didn't even get to give her her birthday present.
Oh.
Making sure I have the token selected. Ooh, daughter's quicker on the uptake.
Uh-oh. Well, yeah, with a plus 41 to initiative.
Yeah. I mean,
I have a
You
32.
a plus 30.
technically
I
a
should-
CR 21 creature.
Mm. Well, it was nice playing with you, Garl.
Garl, she kind of like takes a little bit of an action. She moves physically away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to haste herself.
Oh,
I don't know how long this conversation has lasted. I don't know if my first haste is still going.
It's probably been like 2 minutes.
Probably not then. And technically, we haven't had a long rest, so I used another haste last night, so I don't have any haste left.
You've
We
had
did have a long rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did? Okay.
You've had a long
Yes.
rest.
So I have one haste remaining.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be the reason you go away and leave her.
Cassandra, or pardon me. Garl's brain is already jumbled. Abigail, the reason that I'm unfortunately going to have to go away was put into motion long before you were born. Ever since someone decided to make me a science experiment, and I've made peace with that. I have had more joy with your mom than I could have ever dreamed I did. Every day is a gift. But it can't last forever, and I know that. And I'm sorry that I will leave her, and I'm sorry that I will leave you. But
I don't want you to go. But I know you have to, and I don't want you to.
everything has to go eventually. That's not a call we get to make, and to try is inviting disaster. But if you want to tussle, I'm always up for a little mother-daughter training.
Garl Rockscar,
Abigail Rockscar.
your time has come, and now I must perform my duty.
I love you, Abigail.
Oh.
And with tears in her eyes, it is now Garl's turn. What do you do?
Garl is going to. Is she floating or anything? Like, is
Yeah,
she standing on the
she's
ground?
floating slightly off the ground. She's kind of just like levitating there.
All right. Garl is going to just move up, attempt a grapple hug.
Oh.
Make an athletics
I'm not
check.
even going to draw a weapon. Athletics. I'm using a hero point for that. Though there's something poetic about that.
Mhm.
Roll the hug.
50 to hug.
You wrap her up in one hell of a hug.
Don't worry, sweetie. You could never hurt me.
Anything else?
Nope.
She has to roll a flat check to manipulate while grappled. She's able to. $57, Garl.
57 will crit. So that would be 102 damage.
102 slashing damage.
Yes.
And I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Garl
Um,
dies.
Oh,
Critical crit by. I will use my second hero point thanks to chat.
Okay.
Wow. Also, though, I can't critically fail a fortitude save.
Yes, but you were critically hit by it.
True.
yeah.
Garl falls to the ground.
A hand just strokes Abigail's face on the way down.
Tears fall on it.
Wow, 2 2s in a row. That's kismet.
Cassandra. You hear the door opening.
Abigail? Is that you?
And standing there with crystals embedded on the tip of her scythe. Cassandra,
What's wrong?
your time has come.
Can I have one moment?
Yes.
She'll pull a little package out from behind the couch and walk up and hand it to her. And when she unwraps it, she'll find a photo album full of all of their adventures together as a family. And the rest of it, the second half is empty. And it says, for all the ones I know you're going to have.
You see tears streaming down her face. I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I won't.
Abigail, I've lived so many lifetimes. It's about time I got to rest. You'll do amazing.
She brings the scythe up. Cassandra, do you simply accept fate as it is?
I'll give her a little kiss on the cheek first.
And the scythe goes into Cassandra's back.
I think she
Nimbus.
holds like whatever crystal shards that she can.
Nimbus, you are in
Come on.
the basement of the Desmos Hope Orphanage, and a group of butterflies have formed a door frame on a wall. And as that door opens, you see Abigail bringing a scythe down on Cassandra's back in tears.
Abigail?
Can she hear me? Does she see this door, or is this?
It's a straight up door. She like locks eyes with you, and she is just crying.
Abigail, what has happened?
The scythe disappears. She just kind of falls down. It was their time.
Oh, this is nonsense. Where is Garl?
It was her time. You
Did you?
see the scythe with the bits of crystal on it.
Okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. Tell me where Garl is. No, I'll start with Cassandra.
Nim, I think her first response is to refuse to accept that this is final for anyone and begins to set about a resurrection ritual. I've got plenty of diamonds to do what I need to do
As you
to do
start to
this.
set up the ritual, you hear Abigail just say, "Nimbus, I can't let you do that."
By what authority is she going to stop
Does
her?
it let me? Let me?
By what authority do you have to stop my free will from my hand from intervening?
She summons her scythe back to her hand.
It's not an answer.
If it is one's time, that is understandable, but there's no reason why they should not be resurrected.
Don't make me do it again.
How much time would this buy you with them?
A year, maybe?
What consequences would there be for not?
I would have to do it again, Nimbus, and I don't want to.
No. I'm just asking, what consequences would there be for not performing your duty? If you are the Grim Reaper, then what authority are you being held to that you must do this?
Make me a persuasion, diplomacy.
Yep. Ooh, hero point. Oh, son of a bitch. Roll 20.
I'd give you a guidance, but
Yeah.
I'm a little tied up.
She just kind of like sits at you. I don't know, but I couldn't stop myself.
I need you to repeat that. I didn't catch a word of that well.
I don't know, but I couldn't stop myself.
I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that this is the only answer, that this is the only way forward, is for you to murder your family. I don't think that's. I'm sorry, murder was a harsh word. That's not necessarily what happened here, but there has to be another way forward.
I can't see it. If you have a suggestion, tell me. I tried to leave them. I tried to go away so they wouldn't follow me. I tried But they came.
Okay, all right. Uh, I mean, maybe if they had known that this was the outcome, they would have tracked you down anyway. There has to be something. We just need to look in the archives. There's no reason. I mean, Lucinda avoided this for aeons. Where is she, by the way? Abigail?
Everything freezes. And for a brief moment, it's like the entirety of the world is trying to process something. And then little cracks start to form.
Oh.
And just the smallest image can be seen. You can see Lucinda kind of sitting in this cage, her hands up against the bars, her mouth yelling something.
I can read lips.
You can.
What is she saying?
Find another way, Nimbus. Find another way. Live through this.
Okay, all right. If Lucinda is still behind bars, then none of this is real. Abigail, are you aware that we are living in a simulation?
She just looks
You
at
may
you.
not have actually killed them.
Make me a diplomacy.
Come on, Roll20. Be nice to me for fucking once. There we go. That's a 56.
There we
That's a
go.
19 on the die face. It listened.
Tears start to stream down her eyes.
Oh, sweet girl.
I can never. I don't want this. Why do I have to be like this?
I don't
That's
think you do.
That's a good question, actually.
Abigail, it is an unfortunate occurrence that very often the people who bring us into this world have very extreme expectations of what we are to do with ourselves, but I'm a firm believer that you do not have to follow their rules, and if you do not want to do things the way that the world has laid them out for you to do, you do not have to follow that.
Make me another diplomacy check.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, 49. I guess I'll make that a shameless request. And that'll be a
You-
51.
You see her look at you, and there's a realization on her face there. I don't need to be this.
Oh,
I don't fucking need to be this. And she takes the scythe and she just cuts this big old tear. And it just starts to eat away. And sitting now across from you, with Garl and Cassandra there, now waking up from unconsciousness.
I assume
Oh, what a doozy.
I was eating snacks or something, waiting for this all to resolve.
Is Death, the Grim Reaper.
did you enjoy your game?
You've solved it quite well.
What was the riddle? Help untraumatize a teenage girl?
Have you played too much checkers?
Learn that you can
I feel like-
learn that you can push against the natural order of things.
Okay, whatever. Can we just
So the last 6 years, game.
Yes. Smiles.
Fantastic. Thank you for the excellent dream. It was beautifully crafted. You did an excellent job. Desmond would be proud.
Question.
Yes, Carl.
Do I get to keep the memories of all the stews I made? Because I made some great
yes.
inroads and discoveries during that 6 years.
You will be keeping the memories of this event for yourself, of course.
Delightful.
Unlike some
Okay.
people, I don't mess around with memories for fun.
Ooh,
Is
shade
that
at
directed
Lucinda.
at Cassandra or Lucinda?
To Lucinda.
By the by, is now I'm assuming young again Abigail in here, and does she look traumatized or
Abby is. You would think she would be crying, but there's like this like not coldness, but just an understanding.
well, regardless, I'm gonna go and again
She
sit down
immediately
next
runs.
to her.
She immediately runs to Garl and Cassandra and hugs the two of you.
Okay, that works. I didn't want to rush into anything, but that works. That works.
And if there's anything we could do better next time around, since we got kind of a trial run there, let us know. We'll do better.
She's
We
just
promise.
laughing. It's like I don't know.
We can redo the Sweet 16. Get it right. You don't
So
get
is
many
she-
opportunities to
she's
do that.
Still 16, or is she back at 10?
She's back at 10.
Oh.
It was all a dream.
She's gonna have to go through puberty again. Jesus
Ooh.
fucking Christ! This poor girl cannot catch a goddamn break.
So I don't have to be you? No. You are going to be a force of nature.
That's ambiguous.
And the creature just kind of like bends their head. And I will be around for some time. And you see a almost wavy piece of gray fabric appear on the desk in front of him. And then they point to Lucinda's cage, and it opens up.
Hello, Lucinda.
I've had my game.
What is that supposed to mean?
You've won. Congratulations. Allow me to give you exactly what you wanted.
Because I think this would be a useful use of it. Garl presents the handle of her force katana. I thought, we'll need somewhere to keep it.
The cloth wraps itself around the handle.
Yee.
Yee.
Well, I
You
have
need
much
help
work.
getting down from there, Lucinda.
Oh, no, we have bones for that, and like a whole bunch of like
Oh, boy.
skeletons, like make like a stairway. Lucinda walks down.
Are you quite pleased with yourself,
Are you speaking the death of Lucinda?
Lucinda?
I mean, I'm happy that you figure out a way to save me. I'm quite thankful for that, Nimbus.
You're welcome. So what do you want to do from here, Nana? I'm not entirely certain.
I mean, I'm technically
Are you technically
dead.
still okay?
Like, technically speaking, this is a spiritual form. And she just kind of, like, floats up into the air. I mean, I suppose I could come back as a ghost of some sorts.
I mean, we could also resurrect you if that is what you want. If you wanted to.
I mean, I'm okay with the sort of... Yes, Garl?
I mean, I heard somewhere that Professor Chip gets along well with ghosts.
Ah.
I think
That
Nim
is a-
said that.
That is not anything I have ever said.
I mean, I'm more than happy to sort of go to my old haunts in this form, some might say.
Ha 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 ha. That's funny.
Thank you.
Whatever suits your fancy.
To be quite honest, I think things are in quite capable hands. Looks at all of you. Lynx, who's appear to be waking up from one hell of a nap.
Lynx, we got some shit to tell you.
Oh, you ended up killing a bunch of souls, and now you get out of the game as well. Bonk.
Yeah. Interesting timing on Cooper's part to not be here so we could chew him out for fucking killing thousands of innocent souls. He's definitely asleep.
Sandra's still lightly miffed because she always thought that was her fault that she like fucked up the ritual.
Yeah, Nim.
How's that
for
catharsis
story's
taste?
sake, I'll say we're giving him the cold shoulder, and she just says, "You and I have something to talk about later." But for
Garl
now-
is completely clueless about all this.
Oh, and Garl, speaking of
Oh.
things that we need to talk about, do you have something
I'm-
you'd like to tell us yourself?
I do. I think it's time I go to therapy.
I'll take it.
Small victories.
A win is a win. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
I mean, I'm hungry.
You know
Little
what?
peckish.
Yes, let's go get lunch. Let's go to Donnie's.
I was thinking a garden of olives.
I love the new Garden of Olives.
They're all
Ooh, it is
destroyed.
good.
They
We
all
we
got
spent
burned
so much
down.
time and money investing in it.
Yes, let's
I
go
mean,
to the garden.
I love
would
going a
love
place that
nice
makes me
salad.
feel like I'm family.
Yes. Garden of Olives. When you're queer, you're family.
Oh, boy.
And so okay, I will bid death adieu. Until next time.
Unfortunately, Nimbus, I do not think I will be seeing you anytime soon.
Is that something that is unfortunate? With all due respect, you seem a lovely fellow. I'm perfectly happy to not cross paths with you for
Lie to
another.
me.
You must have
Good
been
while.
old age.
What?
Who would have thunk? Oh, when she was naming everybody's cause of death, somebody was old age, but I didn't quite catch who. It must have been you. If she's not going to see you for a while.
I mean, old age is a pretty kind of broad category. Like, what does that mean? Even people
it could have
don't
also
just
been you.
don't just die of old age. It's something else that is a result of growing old,
Death just kind of smiles.
like falling down the stairs.
Personally, I prefer not to think about it, but
Oh, well,
mm.
that must be nice for you.
Oh, would it, girl? Oh, would it?
As
Oh,
you're
look, a
all-
magic door.
As you're all basically heading out through Abigail's portal, you hear Death's final words to the party. Yes, goodbye. Ambiguous, 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 and ambiguous.
Haha. So now none of us are dying of old age.
I'm actually a little concerned about the concept of dying by ambiguous.
All right, let's go get some food.
Yes, please.
I
want
just
to go to
remembered
the Garden of
Ragathon's middle
Olives.
name was ambiguous.
Oh shit.
Oh God, yeah. If we meet anyone named ambiguous, I'm killing them
fucked.
instantly.
So you head to the you head to the Garden of Olives.
What's our server's name?
And you have like this like
What's their life
lovely,
story?
you have this like lovely table that's been set for you all. You have unlimited soup, salads, and breadsticks, and there's no slads in these salads.
Yes.
so y'all are
Nimbus
good
doesn't
for
even
that.
know what that is.
So your waiter comes up. Yes, hello there. I am Ambiguous. I'll be your server today.
All the weapons come out.
Calm down.
They-
She
they
said
run off.
Ambi.
They run off, and a new server comes out, and y'all have
So-
a lovely lunch.
Girl,
Hmm?
is there something else you'd like to tell us, possibly about your current health?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nim. My memory is not so great anymore.
You're not
ooh,
a good liar, Garl.
I'm really not.
That's okay.
Well, I'm not sure what I need to tell you. All apparently seem to know things already. Carl's always the last person to know, it seems.
Garl is not the last person to know you're still lying.
Everyone make me a perception.
Am I, or am I? I'm actually getting confused now.
Make a perception check?
Yep.
Okay. 44.
Okay.
Nothing?
Everyone else? 38.
Constant true sight.
Yes, the constant true sight won't help with this. It's just to notice something.
Oh.
For a
48.
brief moment, you are in the restaurant as that conversation is happening. And then the table is in the middle of a long, almost dark void.
Boy.
And sitting at the table with you are 4 other people now. Beside Garl is a human man with brown hair that Garl immediately recognizes as Caden.
Oh, that one-time drinking buddy.
In addition to that, beside Nimbus, with a Gwendolyn and a Alessandra near her side. Well, not near her side, but beside Nimbus is Desna. Beside now Cassandra is Shaylin, and on her other side is now Alessandra, who appears to be in their morning pajama wear.
Oh.
And beside beside Saren Ray, I almost said Pharasma, is Gwen in vigilante wear.
Uh-oh. Girly Pop.
I mean, maybe she was just getting ready for you to come home.
No, unfortunately, that is not her welcome Nimbus home outfit.
Well, so there is a welcome home Nimbus outfit.
In
Oh, wouldn't
the
you like to know?
sky above you, where
I mean, if we're telling people important things.
in the sky above you, where the night sky normally is a singular star moving towards you. Desna will be the first to speak. You've collected what you need.
Yep.
Good. If Ragnathon's allowed to make planetfall, everything will be destroyed.
So, aerial combat it is.
You'll need time to prepare. You still have to do the ritual to combine the essence of death with the rune in your weapons. And the 4 of us, the other gods kind of nod their head, will need to speak with the others to get their cooperation. But for the sake of the world, please defeat this threat.
I mean, that was the plan. Would you like some breadsticks?
Caden's just like, thank you. Hum.
Have some something. They're a little salty.
Oh, here.
Wash it down.
Hands you a flask, Garl.
Oh, I take what is offered. Drink.
Strongest alcohol you've ever had.
Oh, I love my wife.
Nim, in sort of bizarre contrast to the garden of olives around her, takes a step up and very formally curtsies and says, one way or another, this threat will be dealt with.
I'm
You
not.
have my word.
She looks directly into your eyes, Nimbus, and she just straight up says to you, "You are not allowed to sacrifice yourself, Nimbus. I care for you too much for that." And Gwen just says, yes, speaking of which, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black on this one. The fact that you're okay to sacrifice yourself, but I couldn't sacrifice myself.
You wouldn't want to sacrifice. What would you have sacrificing yourself? Listen, we don't need to have this discussion right now. My biggest concern is what happens if the fighting isn't enough. What if my only choices are let Ragnathon make a planetfall or option B.
Desna just kind of puts her hand on your shoulder, Nimbus. Nimbus. I have faith in you.
Understood. Thank you. Nimbus quietly sits back down.
You want some breadsticks?
She
They're-
quietly breaks open a breadstick.
They're divinely approved of, apparently, right, Caden?
Yep, Caden, great hangover here. Hum. And then Garden of Olives.
Are Gwen and Alessandra left with us, or did they get zapped
He
back?
got that back.
Oh.
Probably an astral projection kind of thing.
I have a lot of conflicting emotions about what I just heard.
I mean, it seems like, it just seems like a thumbs up. Like we're on the right path, so to speak. We're doing everything right that we can. We're just gonna have to, 100% effort. Carl actually pats you on the shoulder. It'll be okay. I have faith in you.
Okay, that's very sweet. It means a little bit less coming from you than it does coming from a goddess, but it is still very sweet, Carl.
And honestly, it's because Cassandra believes in you.
I thank you, Carl. You still have not answered my question.
No, I don't want any more breadsticks.
I did not ask you about breadsticks.
Where did our server go? We need more water.
Yeah, they come out with some pitchers of water.
All right. Yeah.
Cassandra's like, I don't drink water. I'll take a Sprite.
They take a little pixie
All right.
and they stick it in the water and spin it with a stir
I'll
stick.
stop. I'll
That's
stop
fine.
hasting around the
You did
hole.
ask for a Sprite.
That was clever.
Thank you.
What was the actual question then?
I am worried about your medical health. I believe you were hiding something from us, and I cannot help you if you do not tell me what is going on.
Garl reaches over and just takes Cassandra's hand. Well, I will be honest with you, Nim. What's the word Professor used? Prognosis is not favorable. Unless there is some discovery made, I don't have many years left before I begin to severely deteriorate, and I suppose if we're being completely, just out in the open about it, my quality of life will decrease in rather unpleasant ways. The crystals are growing. You guys probably were already aware I can't see out of one of my eyes because it's mostly like a semi-precious stone at this point, just calcified. And I I have trouble lying down most days directly on my back. And every day, it's, how am I feeling today? So, but I can still hold Cassandra's hand. I can still see her out of one eye. So I'm still happy for every day that I get. And we're gonna kill a god. So I got that to look forward to. I'm gonna put this, takes up the handle of the sword. I'm gonna put this in his stupid face. I think I may recall it the restraining order.
Restraining order. Girl, I feel a bit funny. I feel like I have to ask you. I feel like I have to ask your permission, but I want to help you with this. I feel like I have I mean, you've seen me heal horrendous wounds and regrow organs and revive the dead. Surely there must be something I can do about this, but I can't just go
I
and do
mean,
it without
you are
asking
certainly
you
welcome to
first.
try. I have, I've talked to the professor, and I think he's sort of made sort of hidden questions to maybe to links for the sciencey kind of stuff. Some concern, I think, maybe that like healing potions and stuff don't necessarily seem to work because they just recognize the crystals as being part of me. So it's technically not something that can be healed.
Interesting, interesting.
So unless you can make a whole new Garl and put me in the whole new Garl, um, but if you're going to do that, be sure to check with Cassandra. She may have notes.
I'm sure she has no notes.
I don't know. Maybe she wants me a little taller. I don't know.
You are perfect.
Garl looks down into her breadsticks and just blushes.
Oh.
God, these
I
breadsticks are endless. I just keep eating them.
It's a basket of endless breadsticks.
That's mildly terrifying.
It's a basket of endless breadsticks. You just pull out another breadstick, pull out another breadstick.
It seems to me that this malady is magical in nature, and listen, it is my understanding that Dean Chip does not have a whole lot of faith in magical solutions to things. But I have to wonder if an arcane solution to a magical malady might not be more effective than a scientific or alchemical one. Especially if that magic solution came from a different source. You know, it's one thing if it's arcane research, but if it's coming from a divine font, I have to imagine that that might be very different. With your permission, I would like to try a miracle.
I am open to the idea, but I'm going to have to ask you to wait until after the god fight.
Are you certain?
I am concerned that, in the very practical sense, I would simply be less effective without possibly the magic and stuff that the crystals give me. And I don't want to jeopardize that. I don't want to have to learn a whole new fighting style between now and stabbing the god in the face, in his big stupid face.
All right.
And plus,
All
if we
right.
fail, it won't be a big issue anymore.
Garl,
Yes,
if I am not allowed to kill myself, neither are you.
I didn't say anything about.
If I am not allowed to sacrifice myself or put myself intentionally in harm's way, neither are you. Shake on it.
Diplomacy check?
Gladly. 45.
Oh, nat 8. Damn,
Oh,
it's
with
my
a
favorite number.
37 modifier.
Girl just kind of shakes her head, kind of, and smiles a little bit. Shakes your head. You and your dad are both no help in this regard. And
Does she
Garl's
shake on
gonna, yeah, she's gonna shake on it, but she's also then going to reach into her bag and hand you then the staff of the Magi.
I thought we were going to sell this.
I mean, were we? I don't remember.
It's worth about 90,000 gold.
Oh God! I've been carrying this around and using it to like swat bugs in the house.
Garl, not only is it, I mean, sure, yes, the value of the item is important, but also you could blow yourself up.
I mean, there's already a hole in the living room in time and space.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Also, I looked it up. This thing would barely scratch Garl when it explodes. It's like a couple D6 of force damage.
So, my friends, as that conversation comes to its close and continues on, we zoom out into the stars. And we see the bright light of Ragnathon flying towards the planet. Not by himself, but on a large disc made of stones that are colored in basically golden and gold, yellows, oranges to make this like beautiful sun mosaic. And as that comes towards the planet, and our party prepares for the final battle, I will say this. 3 sessions remain in the League
Ooh.
of Amazing Adventurers.
My.
At least 3, right? Like
At
maybe
least
there's
3.
more.
Yeah, there's probably more.
Next
We were
session,
supposed-
shopping.
And more
So
heart to
thank you,
hearts.
my friends, for coming to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers. The final battle approaches. And then the epilogue. But the final battle approaches for now. Will our party save the world once again? Or will it be cleansed by the Lord of Light? Join us next week, and the week after, and the week after, to find out. Goodbye.
Have a good night, everyone.
I'm scared.
Technically,